shot any new videos lately because I've been super busy here in the office and really been analyzing, how the first half of the year went and have some very ambitious goals this year. So just have the second half of the year left to go. And, really spent some time deciding how I'm going to achieve those goals specifically. So kind of went through the whole range of emotions, frustrated, disgusted, unsure, things like that. And I finally got down to, okay, what is it that's holding me back? Obviously, the first half of the year I had a lot of challenges and those were really crazy. And so that's all fine and good. That's behind me. So looking ahead, at this next 6 months in the year, really just kind of analyzing my can'ts. If you think about how many times you say I can't or how many things that you believe that you can't do, it's interesting. Like, for example, I can't start my day without a cup of coffee. Or I can't seem to get this project finished no matter what I do. Or I can't find enough time in the day. There are lots of can'ts and we use them a lot. So I've kind of been analyzing those, which has been really interesting. And I decided, I thought back at times in my life where things were a little bit more challenging and I still managed to do exceptional things or reach really ambitious goals. And one of the things that I kind of went back to was in 2003. I did this challenge and I titled it was my own challenge, and I titled it the 25th hour. And the challenge was, there's only 24 hours in a day, blah, 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 I can't get it all done. And so my challenge was to find that 25th hour, to find that extra hour in the day and spend it achieving a certain task, which I did. And I was really pleased with how that went. So going back to that, just kind of had me thinking about how I can use that now, the rest of this year, with some of the goals that I have. And I really like the idea of working with time blocks. A lot of you have heard me talk about that before, where you just have a set amount of time every day or every week or on a certain time of the day or what have you, where you devote to a certain project or to a certain goal. And so let's say that, for example, you want to lose X number of pounds, then you maybe set aside 30 minutes twice a day to exercise, or maybe you get up an hour early, to, go walk, or I don't know, whatever it is that you want to do. And so just as an example, and so one of the things that I decided that I'm going to try for the rest of this year is to get up at 4 a.m. And that's not entirely new for me. I do that off and on all the time because I love the early morning hours. But I find that that's the most productive time of day. So shaving an hour off my afternoon nap, for example, does me no good because afternoons are not my most productive time or my most inspired or creative time, so I can work on all kinds of tasks or sweep the floors or whatever during those hours, but the early morning hours is when I really shine. So I really want to kind of take two things into consideration. Where can I find the time, number one, to do the extra things I want to do in my life the rest of this year, and number two is what's the optimal time. If it's an hour a day, what hour of the day is the best day to do that for me personally. It's different for everybody. But anyway, so that's kind of what I'm doing and where I'm at. I'm feeling really inspired, really motivated, and kind of going back to that, finding that extra hour in the day, setting it aside for a very specific purpose to reach a very specific goal. So anyway, the whole point though is I was curious to know what you can't. Like on a regular basis, what do you say you can't do? Because we all do it. Like I will say I can't start my day without my coffee, but I bet you I can. And so I would challenge you to just choose one of your can'ts and do it anyway. Just for the fun, just to prove to yourself that you can. It really kind of changes your whole perspective. And maybe that would just, be kind of a fun challenge. Do one a week. What's your biggest can'ts, and just kind of work down through them once a week. Even if you don't want to give up coffee for life, just get up one morning and see if you can get through the morning without your coffee. Just as an example, it's good. I can't find the time to work out. Make the time. Find it somewhere, and then you'll be like, I can't say I can't find the time anymore. Anyway, just a little fun for today, and that's what's going on with me. So I'm back to work, and hope you guys are having a great day. I will see you in the next video.